Good morning to all on the dais, off the dais, and dear student. I am the different kind of part of this your session. I am the regulatory part. So research and deep scientific technology things, further you will get it from the other speakers. However, my part of in regulatory system, how the therapeutic drugs which is reached to the patients and how to get the market authorization after your completion of clinical trial and your all research. So after that it will be proved that it is the therapeutic, then how and what regulations and what and all step involved in that and where you have to get the approval and from which department you have to approach to step by step, that I can discuss on today. And this I think very rare informative things you will get in this level as a student. But however, it's a betterment for you to understand in this platform. First of all, I would like thank to Sunita Rana Agarwal ji, and she has Dr. Sunita Rana Agarwal ji. She has invited me for this event. And also I congratulate behalf of the Government of India and personally. So, gene therapy in India is an emerging field and holds the significant promise for treating range of genetic and rare diseases. Although it is a budding stage, our country is making strides in research, regulatory framework, and clinical application with respect to gene therapy. Gene therapy is emerging as a potential treatment option for the genetic disorder, particularly for the monogenic and rare diseases like hemophilia, thalassemia, sickle cell anemia, muscular dystrophia, retinitis, and keratoconus, etc. Also, many advances have been done in the treatment of multifactorial diseases like cancer too. If we see the history of gene therapy, the first ever successful gene therapy clinical trial was conducted at NIH Center, USA for SERV combined immune deficiency, and to date, USA is dealing with over 65% of the gene therapy clinical trial. With Asia, China has reported about 90 gene therapy clinical trials, followed by the Japan and South Korea. In our country, too, we are focusing on the homegrown gene therapy product and have achieved considerable success in recent past, especially with respect to CAR T-cell therapy for the treatment of cancer. Government of India has introduced the National Sickle Cell Mission in collaboration with CSIR, targeting the gene editing therapy for the same, and many other research are under progress with respect to gene therapy. If you see the regulatory aspects, now the regulatory aspect, how it will be in India for getting the approval and market authorization, clinical trial approval, preclinical approvals, so on. In India, the regulatory framework with respect to gene therapy product has been primarily established under the NDCT Rule 2019 under Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and Rules 1945. There is NDCT rules. We have come up with a very specific and very stringent rule with respect to approval of new drug and clinical trials. NDCT is the New Drug and Clinical Trial Approval Rule. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization, that is our department, and apex drug regulatory body of the country. All the gene therapy product fall under the new drug as per the rule. That means they are always deemed to be regulated as a new drug. It means, so always this gene therapy drug, whatever it will come in before coming, we treat as a new drug. But in case of other After 4 years, we will consider as an old drug. So no need to go for a further clinical trial. In case of the new drugs, we have to consider always new drug. Apart from that, CDSCO, the other regulatory bodies that play a pivotal role in the department and development gene therapy product, including DBT, RCGM, IBSC, ICMR, GTAC. A typical regulatory process for development of gene therapy include the following steps in India. First, foremost is the consent of IBSC, that is Institutional Biosafety Committee for the Gene Therapy and Research Proposal, followed by the approval of the study by the Institutional Ethics Committee for the conduct of the preclinical. The next step, to take the seek approval from the RCGM. RCGM is a review committee on genetic manipulation prior to the production of any research batches of the gene therapy product for the preclinical evaluation. Further, the next department, that is GTAC, that is Gateway Advisory and Evaluation Committee, is mandatory for the proposal of clinical trial involving gene therapy product, followed by the approval from the Ethics Committee. At this stage comes the role of CDSCO, that is Central Drug Standard Control Organization. An applicant have to obtain the necessary permission in CT11, that is clinical trial form that under NDCT rules CT11 for the manufacture of the R&D batches of the gene therapy product for the test and analysis or conduct for the clinical trials, followed by the test license from the state licensing, individual state licensing authority, that is in Form 29. CDSCO also issue the permission for the conduct of clinical trial in Form CT06. And after obtaining the same, the clinical trial can be initiated by the applicant. After submission of complete data by the applicant and deliberation at the subject expert committee, that is in India, that is in Delhi, so permission to manufacture of gene therapy product or new drug for the commercial use in accordance with the CT33, that is a form, that is license form. After which license from state licensing authority has to be taken to manufacture of the gene therapy product, which will be followed by the submission of periodic safety updated reports for definite period. A first ever market authorization of gene therapy product given in India was in the year 2020 for the import drug Zolensema as an adeno-associated virus vector-based gene therapy product approved for the treatment of spinal muscular atrophy. A single dose of this injection roughly cost around 17 crores. The high cost of the gene therapy product emphasized that need for indigenous gene therapy products. In recent past, few approvals have been accorded for the indigenous manufactured gene therapy products, especially CAR T-cell for the cancer treatment. The first ever approval for the indigenous manufactured gene therapy product was given in 2023 for NextCAR19, a CAR T-cell gene therapy product developed by the IIT Mumbai, Tata Memorial Hospital, and industry partner is ImmuneAct. The second such approval accorded was in 2024 to our own Bengaluru company, that is Immunel Therapeutics, for the CAR T-cell product, that is Vernimbactegene autoleucus, for the treatment of lymphoma conditions. This project have materialized and reached the stage of commercialization. So it is under process for get the commercial approval market authorization. Further, many projects on gene therapy product are underway. To name one such R&D work would be in Bangalore, that is Grow Research Laboratory. CT's 11 permission for test and analysis has been accorded them for their recombinant adeno-associated viral vector gene therapy product, that is Avalox, for the treatment of keratoconus, a eye condition, and the research on the same is underway. In summary, the regulatory framework for gene therapy in India is comprehensive, aiming to the balance the promotion of innovation with the need of stringent safety and ethical standards. Having said that, I conclude my address and wish for a grand success of the conference. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Rajashekar sir, for your presentation. I would like to, the audience can interact with Rajashekar sir if you have any queries. I would like to start with Lalit Kishore, my reporting manager, to ask some questions about the gene therapy products too. Yeah, in the regulatory, because we are facing a lot of queries in regulatory. Mike?
Sir, couple of questions. First thing is that while companies at least are able to hire regulatory consultants and stuff like that, some of these startups are not able to kind of do that. Is there an easy way to access information from you? Is there a, like you know, I know the MedMitra that is happening. Is that happening in Bangalore also, so that some of the people with ideas can come and talk to you at very early stages itself?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, of course. The beauty of our central government working nowadays, we are 80% work is faceless. We do have all our online procedures. In case of yours, so we do have the public relation officer in each individual offices. So I do also have the PRO that headed by the assistant drugs controller and one inspector and one assistant drug inspector. Apart from that, always I am available in my office. Please come to my office with respect to any doubt. Please don't go any consultant. Maybe here some consultant maybe. Please don't go. We are for you and we are for the stakeholder to help the stakeholder come out from their solution problems and make the ease of doing business to the public. So ultimately, all the people involved in this research and whatever, so we are taking care of the patient health, and in that concern, we always 7 into 24 bar we are available. Don't worry. I always, please, our PR office is there. You can go for our website. You will get it that way.
Absolutely, sir. Any special provisions for startups as opposed to the established companies within your organization? Anything making it further easier for startups to work, or is it the same for everyone?
So with respect to financial, from our department, nothing. But you know that PLI scheme and all the things are there. So you can approach that and in case of financial. But in case of technical issues or approvals, we always to frontline to help you people. You know that during COVID how we worked.
Yes.
Yeah, entire department and faculty of the medical, we know that. So after that, we are regularize our work in that way only.
Sir, we will come back to you with some requests specifically because you mentioned the regional operation for specifically, you know, things like monkeypox right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Where in Bangalore alone, we have more than about 5 to 10 companies
Yeah.
with kids. Some of them are sitting along with you
Yeah,
there
please.
on the stage. So we will come to you with some diagnostics offerings from Bangalore.
Yeah,
for-
initially you come to my office and you take the whatever guidance and whatever supporting information from my office, you will get it. Ultimately, you have to make application online and you have to get the permission from the DCG office that is located in Delhi.
Delhi.
If we any further inspection or something it is there, my boys and I am ready for you to serve.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, both.
Thank you, Lalit. Thanks for your. So, in the dais, any of the company legends, Dr. Muthu, Dr. Bhairav, wants to have any question with Rajashekar sir?
Thank you. Maybe it is not like a question, maybe a comment, like, for example, as sir was mentioning, right now actually everything online, and also like, there is a timeline that the replay has to come. So some answers will come within the stipulated timeline. So it is much, much better when compared to earlier time. Whatever we give, if there are some like, startup companies who are not very well aware of the procedures, they are ready to handhold actually. They are ready to give suggestions and they will return the application and they will ask the comments. You can interact with them. And that is all happening in a 15, 20 days time actually it will happen. Earlier we will not have any track on the application. Now our Indian drug controller and system is improved very, very much lot actually. Maybe some more, the delays are happening because due to the less staffs and other things, because their physically, the inspections are something is definitely has to be done. Otherwise, the normal online things are all very much timeline. So very much I can appreciate that actually.
With respect to delay, what sir is telling that delay is not for the manpower or whatever it is there. Whatever assigned work for us and whatever manpower I do have, we are giving the work at par that within timeline. Why the delay occurs normally, this is my experience, generalized experience. The first of all, the people who will put the application in our website, maximum 80% people, they are depend on the consultant. And you know that consultant work, it is an entirely different way. So always they will hide some issue, something. So ultimately in that way it will be maybe, it will be delay. And second case, so the person who will make, who will do the application online, better you understand everything it is in public domain. Nowadays it's not like that it is a knowledge of one person or 2%. It is everything it is available in website. So better you have to go through all the rules, regulation with respect to all clinical trials. We do have the NDCT rule, the gadget notification, you have to go through that. And also in case of medical device, we do have the MDR rule 2019. So that rule, it will be helpful for all the people, those they want. First, my request, first initially you at least start at your level. Don't depend on any XY person, because that XY person, he is knowing about very little knowledge on that, and he is only expressed that one only. At least you will start from your level to reading of the rules and regulation. Then if you will not get, then please, I request you, all the people, to come my office to meet my PRO. So they will help. If they will not justify to your questions or they will not clarify, I am there to clarify you people.
Good morning.
Yeah, there is one more query. Yeah. Prasanna Bhagavan, carry on.
So I have 3 questions. I have written it down. So is CDSO considering harmonizing its drug and device approval guidelines with international agencies like FDA, EMA and all? And how might this really impact the cross-border regulation approvals? Because for most of the drugs, for some of our clients, this approval of multi-approval in different countries becomes quite a big issue for us. Because they ask to go to CDSO and CDSO says you get it from FDA, then EMA become. So is there any harmonizing like how we look at it for other ones? Is there any easier process?
Present, after MDR rule 2090, this is almost all we are similar to the all international rules and regulation. However, but their conditions, their approval way of different maybe. But if you see that recent our guidelines and all the things at par with the global standards itself. So in that way, I think it will be not that much of hurdle, and a day it will come for you. So you can export more and more. And in future, medical device line is very brightness. So that I can say here. So apart from that, our guidelines is best, what I am thinking. And you going for global and all the things, is a domestic itself is a huge market for you, I think so. Because other country people, they are looking for our country to dump all the drugs, devices. So why not you people to make a indigenous and you can serve to the country people?
Indeed, sir.
Yeah.
So other question is, how is CDSO planning to regulate the AI-driven medical devices, including diagnostic tools and all the other ones, which primarily have validation and approval, especially in the AI space, because now most of the data is being read by sensors and everything else.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
large picture analysis and a lot of computational work that these guys are doing. How is CDSO looking at these things as far as AI is concerned?
Yeah, yeah, in that way, we are ready for taking care of that AI based that medical device approval and all the things. And we have the proper guidelines for that. Based on that guidelines, based on that rules, we can handle the issues.
But have there been a strong guidelines on that? Because we see a lot of notifications coming up very.
Yeah, AI, with respect to AI, it's a little bit not that much of stringent. But however, we always time bound and timely we are update accordingly whenever required, and implementation of rules and regulation will amendment timely manner.
And is there any guideline streamline processing for biosimilars especially? Has there been any streamlining of the entire thing? Because when we look at the act and regulations, we feel some more.
We do have the guidelines, biosimilar guidelines, which is published, come up with that biosimilar guidelines 2016. We already, it is there, and that guidelines is very stringent. And if you see that one simple example, I will say that in other guidelines, if you see, there is no subject has mandatory numbers. But in case of biosimilar, if you go for the clinical trial, we have mentioned the number of subject, minimum number, that is 200. More than 200 subject has to be involved in the, this is one beauty of our guidelines of biosimilar products. So we are specifically, and quality attributes we have mentioned, key quality attributes, everything it is mentioned in that 2016 guidelines for the biosimilar.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, good morning, sir. This is for the panel discussion and pertaining to the safety and efficacy of the gene therapy products that are emerging, and given the novelty of these treatments, how do you address the challenges through the evolving regulatory frameworks? So, this is a panel question and it is open for discussion also. Thank you.
As if you know, madam, this is just under development rules and regulation, and we are frameworking on this gene therapy. And at present, we do have the, as per the NDCT rule and safety concern, safety, quality, efficacy concern, we have to apply that NDCT rule itself for the approval of the gene therapy products and clinical trial approval in that case also.
I would like to know, since he was asking about the artificial intelligence with regard to the gene therapy products, and how do you ensure the safety and the efficacy of these gene therapy treatments compared to the artificial intelligence? Like artificial intelligence, will it take over the medical field or in gene therapy?
Just we are trying to make the regulation, and that at present there is no such specific guidelines for that.
That's what, sir. Will there be safety and efficacy in using these products with the artificial intelligence? No, I'm just asking you, how do you envision the emerging technologies of artificial intelligence transforming the regulatory oversight of these gene therapy products? This is a panel question, sir.
Final question.
Yeah.
Yeah, technology,
representing the
what
panel.
you mean to
I
say,
think
madam?
I
Technology
just
means what?
want to
Yeah,
redefine the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Is that she is telling whether the AI/ML will take over some of the traditional methods that has been used for efficacy and
exactly.
other for, that's her question. How do you
Exactly.
think AI/ML will take over the technology that was classically used to come to that level on medical devices? That's the question.
Now, how do you compare
What's
with the
your go?
regulatory affairs with regard to the artificial intelligence?
So as of now, there is no any such artificial intelligence for that. So what is traditional way we have to, yeah.
Sir,
Thank you so much, sir.
thank you. This is Krubakaran. So the question is all about, I got a wonderful insight from your speech. See, India is incredibly always leveraging land for many overseas organizations. If we take the medical aspects into two categories, the therapeutics and diagnostics. Given a case where there are established drug molecules or assays which are already present in some countries, for example, Australia or Europe, and they wanted to develop a manufacturing base in India and wanted to replicate such production facilities which they have already established in their foreign land with appropriate approvals of their regulatory protocols. In such type of cases, the benefit for those companies is to get it manufactured from India and take it back. In such situations, what are the roles of CDSU in clearing those manufactured products in India, which has already a regulated protocol abroad?
As you know that if the manufacturing in India and it will be served for the our country people, they have to get the market authorization and all the things, and they have to go through the clinical trial, phase 2 clinical trial, phase 3 clinical trial, and all if they have to get the market authorization in India. Apart from that, and recently we have come up with some circular, some countries which are especially this European countries, UK, US, Japan, the regulatory approvals. So some of the clinical trials waivers will be there if already the drug approved in that country, the origin of country, and also the chances based on case to case, the regulatory will give the waiver for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That helps me to understand the point.
Specifically, some of the countries, not all the countries, and especially USA, Japan, and European countries. Recently, one circular.
Whatever certain done, it's a completely a replica of process what we adopt for the new
Yeah,
molecules.
but however, what is a replica? But they have to prove that safety efficacy of that drug.
I think that's exactly what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Even though if they are approved in their respective countries,
Yeah.
and they make it here in India, it is necessary to adhere to the process and protocols of CDSU approvals.
Yes, of course.
Understood.
As per rules, it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Dr. Sunita Rana-Agarwal. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'd request Dr. Rajashekar to stay back 1 hour more to distribute our best paper of session. If not, I would like to give you the award now itself. So I will ask Dr. Brinda Devi, please, and Dr. Bhuvneshwari. One will give you the faculty award and one will give you the best paper of session. Aarti, where are my dancers? Aarti. Aarti, come. Srijita, get me the BPOS, please. Dr. Vidya Niranjan, please come. Srijita. Dr. Rajashekar, I'd like to really take this opportunity to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything. And I'm asking Dr. Bhuvna to ask you to give the awards to everybody right now, the faculty awards. So because you're leaving, otherwise I would finish the session and then do it, but I don't have an option right now. Vijeta, come back here, please, Vijeta. Srijita. Come on, that is your award, sir. Oh, wait. Sir, that is best paper of session. Sorry. Illadi. This is his. At this point of time, I really like to thank Dr. Rajashekar for all the amount of amazing work that you have done and that you have come out, taken your time to give this International Society for Gene and Cell Therapy a very, very great shot in the arm. We have only finished with the speakers. Dr. Rajashekar, you still have to go through the judges. Srijita, I'd like one group photo of everybody on dais. Take all the awards back so you can give it to them on stage. Uttoji, Dr. Krupakaran, Dr. Chikucharian, please come. Please, yes. Dr. Rajashekar, you have to give to Dr. Bhuvneshwari, Dr. Brinda Devi, Dr. Krupakaran, Dr. Chikucharian, Dr. Hajra Nazir. Aajao beta, come. Go there. And Dr. Navneeta. This is Dr. Krupakaran. These are our esteemed judges. Dr. Rajashekar, for every session we have 6 judges and 1 best paper of session. Since we have already given 1 best paper of session already, judges, I will tell you that the next you will give 1 more. Okay. Please, Dr. Chikucharian, Dr. Navneeta. Are we ready with the photographs? Is somebody there to take a group photo, please?